As we wind up the barbecue, you've all been such excellent guests, aka Dinner for Schmucks. It's not just a barbecue and self roast, it's really Dinner for Schmucks. Benji thinks he's Jigsaw, the riddle master, the puppet master, but truly, who is the puppet master of the puppet masters?
Rolling the strings. Meaning he sounds like one of those pigs who built a house made of straw.
In the game.
Except the brick pig might not save this pig's butt. That means it'll be a nice meal for whichever wolf wants to get at that particular atheist out there to speak in API language. HTTPS :// HTTPS or www.firstname.ca RockyDelby. Look it up. API speak complete. Over to you, Ray, Rocco, Claude, whatever. Have at it. Open season, like I said. I mean, like the Quran says, not me, as you know, as Habib will always keep saying, oh, the Quran says it, Allah says it, etc., etc. That's standing by. At the moment, I can offer my MP3, which is.
Welcome back, everybody, to the barbecue. To the self-roast, where individuals here are immolating themselves for your entertainment. Chicken, bacon, prime beef, ribs, we have it all, ladies and gentlemen. Can somebody pass me a lemonade with some vodka and some coleslaw, please?
I'm gonna need some teriyaki sauce.
I have allergies to niggeritis.
Hey, waiter, bring some more croutons for all this word salad I've got over here.
Sleeping in the afternoon and the night, and they got struck by like winds and other catastrophes. It's in, I think it's around 10. I don't know, Rocco, Ray, or Claude, something.
Excuse me, garçon maitre d', can you pass me the croutons?
Yeah, you can try, buddy. Krypton is only for Superman, who's a fictional character who wears his underwear outside his pants, so fuck off.
Well, I just gotta say, out of all the world's religions, Islam is definitely the most pedophilic, the most terroristic, the lowest IQ, and the worst of all the world's religions. Why Islam and Muslims and Muhammad and Allah take the worst peace prize? I don't know. It's my opinion. But opinions that aren't very good. It's like having a nose and picking it.
Okay. Mr. Wisdom, Dr. Phil, Dr. Whatever whichever university you graduated from, John Hopkins perhaps.
Doctor, where do you get, well, I can say the same about,
I got the links. I can put all the pedophilic stuff about having sex with underage girls straight from the faith. It's a conquest, militaristic faith of conquest and victory and war and death and chaos and pedophiles and raping women and making babies and being pedophiles and having huge families for conquest and war and victory. It is a psychotic religion of pedophiles and warriors dedicated to conquest. It's a sick, ridiculous religion and program.
World War II, the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, the French and Indian War, white men on white men.
Do you mean peace from the source of peace to general public?
right, not right now, right?
Source of terror to the devils?
Not right now, right?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Ray. Go ahead.
Ray, let me explain the difference to you. See, Islam is really.
I know the difference.
It's not. Well,
I know the difference. Not one person on this stage will be able to me. Right.
Islam
Choose your word wisely.
is not an ethnicity.
These choice pork chops.
Nobody needs your education, sir. Yeah, you do. No. You can't tell anybody here anything about Islam. I guarantee you that.
Hello, is there Charles?
You don't know about Islam. When did you read the Quran, Johnny? When did you read the Quran, Johnny?
Or as
When did you read the Quran, Johnny? Let's see if you're a liar or not. When did you read the Quran? Sounds like I'm already finding out you're a liar, Johnny. Look how fast it took. Took me no time. You never read the Quran.
Culmination of humankind.
Oh, it is it?
No. Rocco, I was saying.
Hey, angels are recording everything you say, Johnny. You know that, right? Angels? Oh, yeah. What angel? Wait, show me an angel. Rocco, where's the angel at, Rocco? You'll see. You'll see, Johnny. Show me an angel. Johnny, you'll see this. You'll see this again when it comes back. When it comes back again, you'll see it. You'll see it then, Johnny. When it comes back, Johnny, you'll see it. I'm glad you asked, though. Johnny, when it's time to die, Rahi, please be quiet. Isn't it terrible that all you have is Hey, Johnny. When it's time to die, Johnny, you'll see the angels then. You'll feel the angels then, Johnny. Johnny, when it's time to die, you'll see it. You'll feel it then, Johnny. You want to see the angels pass, don't you, Johnny? When the angel comes to you, Johnny, the whole battle is going to be settled.
We have serious conversations.
You have to stop telling me about characters if we're going to have serious conversations.
Enjoy
your staycation on Earth.
Rahi, please be quiet, bro. Like, please.
Johnny.
Yeah, Rahi, you may have to go down.
I like the way it sounds. Johnny John. I might call myself John.
Right. He the owner.
You can call yourself John Paul, brother Alfonso, Pope
Right.
and
You in the goddamn
the
UFO right now.
the origin of that idiot is. Go ahead. Pontificate a little bit more for us if you can, and we will slice you. 4 golden
Slice me
happy
up.
day, your heart,
Hey,
happy day, your
I've got one you can slice me up on.
Would you like that? Yes or no?
Have God say hello, Rocky. Slice me up on that one.
Shalom, David style, Muhammad style.
Hey, God, where are you at? God, where are you? God, are you here? God!
Now, Johnny, we're gonna have to witness this.
Witness.
Yeah, man. Gonna play drums
How
with
does
you.
it feel?
Percussion.
Empty
With
bags
knives,
of
perhaps.
nonsensical
Leave your head.
flames. How does that feel?
Yeah.
Feels like
That's a
vindication
little
right there,
sound.
resurrection.
Very
You and them and that.
It feels like vindication on the day of resurrection, John.
No vindication.
Yeah.
What is that going to be?
You're an awesome animal. Who's this guy? Johnny, I guess.
You'll see,
Johnny,
Johnny.
I'll see all the empty threads. You'll see.
Please be quiet.
Johnny, you're gonna see when you die.
No, not the mother. Julian Anderson. Have you seen her with her?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
No, it's okay, Rocco. I mean,
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Alhamdulillah, you do this.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Boogie woogie dogga boogie. Boogie woogie Huggy wuggy Christian brand. Huggy wuggy softball.
Hey, Johnny.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Johnny. That which you beset will come back and mock
I
you.
said, oh, you kiss from Texas.
I mean, that which you mock will come back and beset.
Oh, you kiss from Texas.
Everything, y'all, everybody put out Johnny.
This is so
I'm
dumb.
so proud of your role.
Everybody look at Johnny.
Hi.
Remember Johnny.
In the
You're gonna see
sky.
Johnny again on the day of resurrection.
It's like
Here in the groove. Have you heard? What is the word?
Johnny, you gotta pay for all this. It's not free.
Thank you.
the most, like you cannot imagine how
You gotta pay for it, Johnny.
you know, of Aliman Hakima, the knowledgeable, the wise, who said, Yasin, one Quran and Hakim, Yasin and the Quran of wisdom. So just 2 ayat. Let's finish them off, Ray, Rocco, Claude, even, I don't know, with the butter.
Does anybody know what the wild man
This
is?
has been the
Where did the wild man come from? Have y'all ever heard of the wild man?
This has been the funniest shit
Have y'all ever heard of the wild man?
in a very long time.
Johnny's gonna get mad. Johnny doesn't want to talk about the wild man.
Woo.
Y'all know about the wild man of Europe? Well, y'all know about the wild man?
Not yet, probably Neanderthals.
I'll put it like this.
Rolex watches, jet plane flying, Cadillac riding, big truck. Whoa, what causing all this? What's causing all this, baby? Woo.
Please enjoy the
As you can see, right, the wild man is unhinged.
domain for the moment. That's it. I'm not
The wild man is very hairy, right? And he's uncouth. He's very much related to a Neanderthal or a bear or a wolf or something. I don't know what the hell it is.
Safe travel.
Peace.
Oh, he doesn't know what he is. Rocco's the biologist doesn't know what the hell it is.
Everybody has
It's a wall or a slug or a fucking bird. I don't know. But I do. The anti-capitalist biology.
Damn, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right, he on that goddamn.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Damn.
Somebody have God come on in. Come on in, God. Where you at? Come on down now.
That's the menu stuff. Great menu, of course. Sounds beautiful, by the way.
You know what's crazy? That was just a prophecy in the Quran fulfilled right there.
Yep. He don't know it though. Yep. See, God says,
You mean Ric Flair is in the Quran? Woo!
Yeah, and it's just disrespectful that
Now, let me let you two Muslims in on something. Did you know that you're not supposed to be around people that mock your religion, lest you be treated like them in hell?
revelation.
So you two better fucking get the hell out of here, you dummies!
Just turn off my screen.
is that what you had something to do? Is that why you're behaving like the white Neanderthal that you are? You're trying to run us out of here, Neanderthal. You see, this is the behavior.
Hold on, Rocco. Hold on, Johnny. I gave y'all like 10 minutes of discussion. Riley, you got one more time. Riley, you got one more time. I'm really tired of it. But I gave y'all 10 minutes of destruction. Let's try to move on now. The game is getting interesting, so I want to continue back to it. Okay, so Johnny, it's over. It's okay. Well, let me see. So a Christian said in the chat, Jesus is God Almighty. To the Muslims, explain to them why that's incorrect.
Well, tell them come up before we do.
Okay, perfect. Living for Jesus, they would love you to come up to give you some clarification of why that's incorrect. Until then, we'll wait. I think she won't do it though. Usually, they just feel like it's their truth, not the truth. Let's see. Oh, she said what she said, so she doesn't want to be challenged. Okay.
Miss Ray, are you still here? Rocco, you still here? Claude, you still here?
Oh my God. Go ahead.
Roll call. Excuse me. Mr. whoever receptionist are.
What do you want to say, Ryan?
I'm speaking with Ray, or Rocco, or Claude. Primarily, Quran Furqan, that's the domain of discourse. I don't know if you understand Benji, but that's it. Having said that, Ms. Ray, Rocco, just I want to present you a quick dispatch, which is good news actually. I don't know, this reception distracted me. I apologize. I'll come back with it momentarily. God willing. Alaikum assalam. Yeah, carry on. Just keep me posted on the progress. Yeah, score and everything. Whatever your metric is.
Is anybody want to respond to?
Example, Ray, like.
Yeah, put me in the queue, Dr. Benji. I'd love to get put in the queue. Thanks, Dr. Benji. Put me in the queue.
What are you talking about? I'm from Canada. I don't know you guys.
All right, that's enough. What you said, Dr. Wisdom?
You're slurring. It's Rahi.
Yeah, I said put me in the queue after Dr. Rahi is complete.
He won't stop talking. Well, go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, so basically what we've learned here today is that the now is all important. And the now is all there really is. Because all the memories and encoding that happens at the genetic level in your brain with all the bullshit you listen to on this app, it's all in the past. Right now, it doesn't necessarily exist. But how can you cleanse your mind of all the bullshit? Well, take a deep breath. Maybe you should try to read a book, go to the gym, have a nice dinner. I don't know, maybe throw a barbecue, have some bacon, have some steak, have some ribs, maybe some corn on the cob. Thanks, Dr. Benji, for such an incredible barbecue party. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, it's all about it again. They got a little quiet now, so anybody got the floor, whoever wants to speak.
It's a barbecue, you know? I'm live streaming this. I mean, the Puppet Master has a Puppet Master. There's Puppet Master, Puppet Master, Puppet Master. Sorry, go ahead. I'm complete.
Rocco, read what you was about to read when Johnny was.
Yeah. All right. So.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Not enough.
Yeah, I usually kick me out of the room, so I really don't care if they love or not. Don, go ahead, bro. You got the floor.
No, I just came down.
I'm sorry.
But hey, I'm gonna say this. It don't matter what it is. I still love everybody. I don't give a damn what color he is. You know what I'm saying? If I said something wrong that fit anybody, that's just what I believe in.
Perfect.
So you believe in love, technically, like Michael Jackson when he says, "L-O-V-E."
Benji, they came in to take over your room and railroad it and turn it into a preaching spot, and I just wanted to deter. Oh, that's the part of the game. You can do whatever you feel. Right. You notice how I slowed the roll, and now they're gone. Yeah, I sit back and relax. Like, I do what I do. I don't get.
Yeah, we're organizing over here. Well, everybody uses all their energy for nothing. We're over here more highly organized than before.
Most definitely. I get more organized.
My bad.
Go ahead, you got a question, bro? You got it.
Yeah, Doc, what's up with the coleslaw and the barbecue though, man?
I'm just telling you, it's a barbecue party where people come here to cook themselves. Too many cooks.
Yeah, guys, so see, look at it as a barbecue. I look at it as a game. And all of you are a part of it. All right.
It's a game. It's a word game, and that is maybe the ultimate conclusion: is that people are technically on this app doing rhetoric, and it's not well advised to do this. This is
generally. So I sit here, and it gets real hectic. Egos clash, and I just relax, man, and observe the jigsaw.
Yeah, but I mean, you do all the organizing for me. They took all my work away. I mean, what am I gonna do now?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you'll find out later. Never mind. Oh, you'll find out later.
I'm here, man. You can sit back and relax. The jigsaw do what he do. It's like being an audience. Just relax and come in when you feel the doctor. Well, I feel I'm taking over the vibe of the room, and I'm sorry. Oh, no worries. You're the last man standing. All that means you survived the game. You see what I just don't see, and you made it up to winner. Hopefully, the game always continues. It doesn't stop. You just need to room. Play the game. Don't let the game play you. We just need him over. Yo, check it. What's up, bro? What's going on, Cody? Static. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, it's time to start a new game.
Well, I wanna say one thing before the new game starts is that, you know, there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe. And the interesting thing about language and communication is there are no mistakes technically. So, you know, it's an interesting game.
Yeah, I'm about to start one in my house, so hopefully everybody can. I'll ping everybody in here. We'll get it going in there. The game continues.
The game.
What I tell you, man, that we ain't never going nowhere. Okay, how about this? Just try it once and get back to us and let you know what you think. Fine. Yeah, I will do this. It's coming out within 2 weeks.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I've never tried it with applesauce.
You don't have to be ashamed.
Negatives. Double negatives. I'm never too ashamed to admit that I never. That means you haven't had it?
It works.
You know, I just had dinner and I already forgot I had dinner. I'm ready for dinner again.
Well, maybe you need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
But I'm talking to a puppet already. What is the doc going to think about it when I tell him I'm talking to a puppet on the internet?
He's going to think you're, hey, he'll say, have you been to Clubhouse? I have a room on Clubhouse. Or she.
No, you can't do both. That's fine there.
I know a psychologist, and she's a lesbian, and she deals with a lot of young people, but she's so radically far left. I don't understand how these mental health therapists can help young people when they themselves are so far radically left.
Like, define radically left.
That they want revolution, and they're hardcore lesbians, and they're fat. I mean, their mantra is resist, fight, resist, fight. But that's not a mantra. They're not in the military. They're fighting a war that there's no war. Make it make sense.
Yeah, if I put a new PTR this from you.
Oh, I know it's sure. I had to go on my glasses. I'm really tired. I want it $200 per friend or $200 in total?
No, you tell me. What do you think?
$200 in total. You want to dilute our worth.
Okay, thank you.
At least that's the way I think you meant it.
Okay.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day, but I have no supporters. So if you have the chance, please subscribe.
3 others for, I paid twice. 3 others for lunch. And about 13 of us got together for dinner once.
How was the dinner?
It was at the wrong venue. I really, really didn't want to go to this venue because I knew it was going to be loud. They didn't have a single.
Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Somebody's watching me.
Yeah, we did some of that after we ate, but at that point it was.
Ever heard of a broccoli meal? It's so
Chances of you seeing this use.
Maybe 9 years ago. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a switch that goes on sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and you. If you asked a question, you make your picture.
Oh well, yeah. I'm highly extroverted, believe it or not. I was super highly extroverted, and I did this tough guy thing through COVID, and I was like, oh, I don't know what these people are talking about, and it changed me. Like now I'm kind of
Lebanon brought to the world stage.
in the Middle East because it's all kind of.
Yeah, I know. It's just all kind of. Everyone's like it.
Yeah.
But isn't there one that everyone's like, oh, that's Lebanese?
I would say tabbouleh. I mean, I think it's highly Lebanese. My mom told me the origin story of tabbouleh. Now this could be a total like folklore, but it's quite good, and I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. It's from your mom. You can't disrespect her.
Exactly. So the way it goes is back in the day, the villages used to have a well, right? Usually one well, and
before the Zionist poison.
before the Zionist entity tried to rob us of our well.
Well, to be honest, you kind of stole my thunder a little bit because I usually found that a customer service survey could understand that example.
Well, at the center of the village and grab some water and then walk back home. So the women would go and they would carry the water like on their heads, but in this big water thing. And all the guys would be like, "Ooh, I mean, let's go speak to the women." So you hang out, you wait for them at the well. And so by the well, stuff would grow because there's water. And parsley, there'd be like wild parsley, stuff would grow. And so what the women would do would be they would just sort of hang out, right?
Are these single women or
Like a train hitting each other? I mean, it seems like it's pretty destructive. Well, let's just revolution. I don't think it might be the biggest revolution in government since the original revolution.
Well, for a couple hours and I don't think anything of that. I'm going to the well, grab some water. I'll be back home in a couple hours. And so they would, hang out and then at one point, like they would come up with ideas like, okay, well, how do we? Yeah, we're hungry, and so the idea was you make a quick salad based on what you can find by the well, and there'd be a lot of parsley, and that's how it would start. Wild parsley. So that's the origin story of tabbouleh, apparently. Not bad. I mean, it's semi-believable.
Yeah, it's.
We also have raw beef, also known as kibene.
Any lamb stuff?
Oh yeah, hell of lamb stuff. I mean, I guess shawarma is. That's hard. Turkish would be less dense, I think shawarmas can be comfortably considered Lebanese too, the smaller kind.
What the fuck am I going to do?
I'm going to GPT this. What is, without a doubt, purely Lebanese food? Let's see what it says.
Searching. Sorry, I cannot find anything.
Okay, kibbe.
Oh.
All right.
That's the meat on the stick. Cool.
No, kibbe is the minced meat that's mixed with burhun. They're like little balls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fatouche, honorable mentions, Lebne, which is the strained yogurt, Ada, which is not, it's like ouzo, but the Lebanese kind. Wada Anab, which is like
I'm just
Dolades.
ask yourself if this is what Major Arcana
stuff. Great. That's a good list.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Hey.
Are you arming a pager?
If you consider my insulin pump pager.
Okay.
Now, can you imagine if they armed those?
I mean, that would be impressive.
Yeah. I saw a picture of one of those pages, and I don't know if it was a joke or not, but it said, touch with two fingers. And there were 4 buttons on the display, and it had one on the left button and one on the right button. And it was the belief, the only thing I could think of is in order to push both of those, most people would bring it closer to their eyes and look at it, like, pushing both. So it either do the hands or the hands to the eyes. Like, that's a pretty shit.
Man, you can buy anything at Costco.
Oh, you can. You can buy a casket at Costco.
I'm watching Serrano ham. You can buy that at Costco.
Did you hear what I said about caskets at Costco?
Caskets,
like caskets to, bury the dead.
Oh my goodness.
There was a time in
decades of business that you guys are
on the film.
Is that like a train hitting each other? I mean, it seems like it's pretty disruptive. That's a short collection. I think it might be the biggest
Costco, and they'll deliver it the next day to the funeral party. They don't have them on display. They just have like a picture of both.
This is our collection. I'm so mesmerized by this Serrano ham.
Do you think if the person who died was a Costco member, they would take their card for the last purchase, bring it in?
To be honest, that should be allowed.
It should. I think so too. I think if they were died in the wool, no pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm live right now.
Congressional campaign.
What was that?
I'm really excited for Congressman Kitover.
Oh, I know.
You see how you were described as a real estate professional and military veteran?
Where did it say that?
On this Twitter account posted about you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they say you're a real estate professional and veteran, and I've civil servant is something I think you can put up as well. But congratulations. And all the listeners.
Damn, 10 minutes it only takes to file for Congress. What the fuck?
I want to do a YouTube video like that. And get someone like you to kind of redo the process, but just kind of tee up the bank. Did I tell you, okay, so I definitely, sometimes it sounds like I'm making stuff sound like it's too easy, but was I wrong?
No, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. It's like, it's literally 15 minutes to file for Congress.
And was I wrong that the only complicated part was like the bank being confused? And it's easy. Just the bank's probably just was like, what the heck? Who are you? What are you doing in my office? That was the longest part, right?
Yeah, they're just like they never have that type of customer come in. They're just like,
yeah.
What?
But the one part where you could have took it out of 2 minutes is if you would have called in advance.
Well, I don't need to call in advance. It's 2 blocks from my house, and I already banked there. But since I banked there already, it made it a lot easier to deal with them. So, but I couldn't believe
it's a lot easier than like 15 minutes isn't the end of the world.
You don't understand. You can't call a bank and get anybody but to pick up a fucking phone at these banks. You're crazy.
No, because you're saying I want to open an account. I need to talk to someone. So because it's always one person at the bank knows this. Because there's 40,000 elected officials in Illinois. Probably that meaning like 100,000 candidates. And so they definitely have a customer or two every bank, except Chase. Chase is like no politics. Jamie Dominic.
So I had
no politics until we have the NWO. Yeah.
I had this girl on Clown House reading to me about Darren LaHood, And it's just so interesting when you have other people doing analysis on these people and like you're just creating content. Like this is like next level political warfare.
You
Just
have an opponent too.
oh, somebody else.
I wouldn't attack him because he's a pro-Trump guy, and there's no need to attack him in my opinion. You run your campaign how you want to, but Shane Bouvet is not running.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is.
I know. I asked him to. You know, I was asking people that because I'm a free market guy.
Yeah, of course. The whole point is the more candidates, the more content. The more content, the better.
I was thinking about it. If I wanted to buy an ad in the Chicago Tribune or Sun-Times, it probably costs $1,000 or $2.
Mm-hmm.
But I can run for Congress and up for under like $300 unless, you know, I can essentially just get a return on investment by just running. Because you get at least one Sun-Times interview, one Chicago Tribune, Daily Herald, in the 9th district. Your district is, you know, be the same shit. There'll be 2-3 newspapers, a couple TV spots. And if you think about it, if you just paid for that to send any message like, hey, buy my pizza, you would get a good return on investment. So that's why I want as many people to run as possible to spread their messages, psychological warfare, the good side, psychological defense to the programming out there.
So what if LaHood files to run for governor or senator?
Then that's awesome. That means he really can't handle the heat. That'd be so stupid. That means he's out of politics forever if he does that. I'll be so thrilled. I was hoping that would happen, but I'm hearing that they're not. Like, you know, it's like there's high level stuff going on because people are waiting to see what happens with Durbin.
So
and now JB is 100% running for re-election, and so that changes the calculus too. It sounds like he's leaning against doing it. But if he did, he'd be out of politics forever, and I would support him running for governor. He might not even win a primary. No chance in general.
It's amazing how these Congress people come out of nowhere, and they have absolutely like horrible credentials, but they're there. And then next thing you know, you're like, who are these people? Where did they come from?
And they've been there for 10 years. That's how they do it. It's not like, oh, you have to. Because they get to use the power to like just put on whatever group they need to, or whoever's mad at them.
Illinois is like the Wild West of retardation. This state is like, but just think about California and how much more dysfunctional everything is. Like,
well, those 2 places are the top 2 states in units of government, and that's why. It's because you can't. It's impossible to pay attention to the 10 elections in Arlington Heights, Lincoln, wherever. Cary, all going on tomorrow. I'll give you $5. I'll give any of your listeners $5 if they can name like 5 candidates.
Man, I saw the list. I saw the list of all the candidates, and I was like, "Holy! This goes on forever."
Well, are you talking all the candidates everywhere, or just in your area?
No, the whole Cook County campaign election thing. Because
dude, it's not just Cook County though; it's the entire state is going on. It's wild. And there's all this important shit. And there's this one, I might work on this article, this one mayor election where it's a Republican is probably going to lose to a Democrat. And the Democrat might be closet transgender. That's awesome. Like, that's wild.
Well, what about the whole Tiffany Henyard scandal? She's out, right?
She lost, yeah.
Yeah. But there's probably a lot of Tiffany Henyards out there.
No, bullshit, dude. She lost to the guy that she ran on the ticket with. It was part of all the corruption. So she didn't lose.
Oh,
they just really reshuffled.
Oh, wow.
She literally ran on the same ticket as the guy that beat her, and he was on all these nonsense township boards that funnel the money. So he's the same shit. She was just cockier.
Did you see? I don't know the name of the law firm, but Trump sued them to revoke their security clearances, and now they're suing the government.
That's awesome.
They're the ones that helped with Russiagate, and they're here in Chicago.
Yeah. Anyone that runs for office now can have a $10,000 platform. I'm just making up the number because it could be more, it could be less. So just talk about that. That's what's so cool about running for office. And my goal was to do training sessions to teach what I taught you. Did you believe, if this was like a commercial, like, do you believe that I was honest when I said you can run under 30 minutes? Because I think I said that, right?
You can run in under 30 minutes?
That you can file for Congress in under 30 minutes. I did say that, correct?
I don't know if you said that, but I mean, you can file in 15 minutes. It's unbelievable.
I I know, but see, it's unbelievable. Like, people don't believe it until they do it.
You have to have some reading comprehension because their website is horrible. So if you can't actually click and submit, I mean, you shouldn't be running for any office anyways.
I agree. And they have all these, like, all the Frank Avia types. No disrespect to Frank, but, like, all the lawyer types are convincing them it's really complicated, and they need to hire me.
I know, it's so stupid. When I was at the trial with Frank, he was just reading off his cell phone. That was it. That's all he ever did.
Because this is kind of like easy law, no offense, but
yeah, he was just reading citations, and I was just like, this is unbelievable. I was like, you're Stonewall. You don't look me in the eye. The other candidate isn't even here. This is like a kangaroo court. You guys are like clowns. I was like, this is hilarious.
He's just trying to get out of there.
It's not just him. It's the judge too. It's the judge too. The judge is a fucking clown too. He's like some guy from some Saturday Night Live episode.
They kicked me out. Like multiple,
It's such
I kicked myself out. It was like one more time, and I'm like, wow, because like they just kept. It's just like almost I felt like I was in a third world country. No disrespect to third world countries, but just that kind of just kangaroo court, as you said.
Damn.
I'm like, know that person. Like, they kept throwing away all these signatures of people where I'm like, you want me to call them right now? Like, what is your problem?
It makes me angry. It makes me angry to think of Jeff Fiedler sitting there with his clipboard, taking notes and, challenging every single person who signed the ballots. And it's just like
Reagan Award winner. You scar young Republican Reagan Award winner, Jeff Fiedler, 7-time world champ.
It's just unbelievable. It's like
unbelievable.
It's like, do you know that committee woman? I mean, who supposedly ran against me? It's like, fucking, the whole thing is like, what? She goes to the pizza party like once a month. That's it. Like, it's the weirdest and strangest, like, almost like cult. It's like a cult.
It's very bad, and that's why we need to break the cult. When people don't realize that, because there are like 2 million Republicans in Illinois, and they don't realize that they're being led by a cult. It's kind of like when you realize your favorite food item is actually like led by like a random cult. Like you see, there's like a bunch of random cults that like sell tea and stuff like that. You're like, this is really good, and I go, wow. I'm probably supporting child slavery. I'm just drinking this thing, but
before
it's like that.
Before like all the challenges and all the correspondence and everything, like when I went to that party, Paul Fiedler's like, oh, and by the way, thanks for your service. I was like, oh, you're welcome. And then he goes, and we have all these other committee person slots are open. We can just put you in another committee person slot. I mean, it's all just retarded. Like, there's no power. There's a nonprofit. I mean,
it's fake. It's psychological. It is no different than Dungeons and Dragons.
It is. You're right. It's so crazy. It's like a hypnosis club for Dungeons and Dragons people.
It is, but it seeps into real life because Kathy Salvi, if there's an issue, Aaron Del Mar and Kathy Salvi through the mainstream media will call up. It's like, we're Republicans type of thing.
Right. You're right.
And they call the Dungeon Master. That's why, I thank you for your service in psychological deprogramming.
Dude, you're right.
So with 2 candidates on the ballot, he's not going to be able to focus on you.
Yeah, very, very true. We need to get even more on the ballot. See, this is how you can kind of cram politicians and make a problem where there's no problem and cram them with candidates where the news story comes, why do people dislike this person so much? Why are they trying to unseat this person?
And Lamar doesn't get to talk, and Chuck, and
So the thing is, that Trump former data campaign manager, reached out. Obviously, he's a political consultant. So let's try to schedule with him and do just like a 10-minute, 30-minute podcast about registering for Congress and make that like a supplementary video to like a screen record on how to file for Congress, because I can create that very quickly. But that Wisconsin election and that fruitcake with the long hair who's supposedly knocking on every door and calling everybody whatever the fuck his name is.
I want to put the porn videos of himself on Craigslist. That one.
He did?
That guy. That's why he got kicked out of the Republic. He's a clown. There's other organizations that do that he does. There's no evidence that he's actually like making that much more of an impact than you or I. Just like on our own. And he got kicked out. He was with mainstream GOP, except he filmed a video of him screwing a guy in Republican offices, allegedly, and then put it on Craigslist. And then TP Turning Turned Out USA picked him up. and they're just showing him around like he's Johnny Appleseed.
I don't know if we're talking about the same person.
I delivered you Pennsylvania, Mr. President.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I'm so overworked. I worked so hard.
Yeah.
I was registering so many kids yesterday.
So
I was trying. He's so full of shit, dude.
So I sent you that clip of Elon Musk saying this is a revolution and maybe bigger than the first revolution. It's a political revolution because if you think about it, if they are taking total control of all the spending, all of these Democrat states that have been creating requisitions and NGOs to suck up all this money, they're not going to get anything. So their governments are essentially being put out of business in a way. Like they're going to strangle it from the top, and so.
Not in Illinois, because the elections for all that local stuff is tomorrow, and Republicans are going to get slaughtered. It is such a joke, like how little preparation.
No,
and
that.
How bad the messaging and how like.
No, but Pritzker's already putting out.
Research on the Democrats than they are.
Pritzker's already putting out budget cuts across all these social services, especially like state Medicare, Medicaid, where he contracts with these large Medicare providers. See, the state doesn't provide anything. The state just funnels money to these Medicare providers. I can't remember their names off top, but it's basically Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, United, etc. But there's other ones that you've never heard of that are like mid-tier insurance providers, and they're the ones that contracted with Pritzker. But anyways, the point is, let me. I'm going to email that guy and see if I can get him to like join a recorded conversation and talk about, 2026.
Yeah, man, we'll do it. And then I wouldn't. Do you have a Lehood account yet? An official Lehood account for all the listeners and myself to follow?
No, I mean I have so many accounts, but I just
you can change the name.
Yeah, I can change the name, but I'm going to look at some domain names prior to like doing a rebrand, so it's all going to be coordinated. And think about that is you can do it in 10 minutes. So.
You could. And there's a lot of damning stuff on him that's just like he can't hide from his past. You can't. This isn't communist Russia. You can't erase history just yet. I mean, you guys are in charge.
I'm gonna do like a deep dive analysis of him and like record all of his social media going back as far as I can, and then like pull out the best tidbits and then create more content and expand those tidbits and say what's the deal with Darren LaHood, and start creating these videos. Yeah.
I'm excited. I think you have a plan.
It's all just it's just basically your campaign is a propaganda war. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's unfortunately where modern politics is at. It's all messaging. It sucks. I wish politics was more about policy, but it's all about how you can communicate and how you present yourself. Everything from that stupid Fetterman with the hoodie and stuff. Yeah. Everything is just all communication and like, I like the guy. I like him. He's nice. He really can give a good speech when that's so far removed from the actual duties. Or he raised a bunch of money. It's like that should be worse. That means he's almost making more money.
Man, I mean, you don't really know how dirty politics is, meaning that you don't know.
It's going to change. It doesn't have. Imagine that's all Nazism is. You turn the worst thing into something good. You turn rotten fruit into wine.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're going to do at the end of this mission. And like thank you for being on the journey because there are 40,000 elected officials, and so it's going to have to grow. But if journey 1,000 steps begins with a single step, then you're in an amazing lane. You're in one of the best lanes against such a crooked politician, Darren LaHood.
Well, what else are we going to do what are we going to do in terms of like larger organizing? I mean,
I'm working on that. I can't legally talk to you about that, but there is larger organizing going on. And if you decide to stop running for Congress, you can be a part of it. Because basically PACs and candidates can't coordinate. And so I am working with people that are trying to start a revolution in even if I say everyone, but there are like that is happening as we speak. And I don't trust everyone because there's like several of them going on. But because I position myself like so much like out of know and everyone knows where I stand, like a lot of the counter resistance that exists, reached out to me.
So what do you think about the Nancy Mace event and buying a ticket to go to that?
You can't buy a ticket.
What do you mean? I can buy a ticket. I'm a
I
Citadel grad.
would be personally offended, but you can do what you want. That's supporting all the bad people.
I know, but I can go.
That's going
I
in
can
Hitler's pocket. That's
listen.
Going, that's
If no other Citadel grads go to that, and I'm the only one holding up my ring, and I show her, I'm like, hey Nancy, I know General Mace. She'll be like, oh, come over here. And all those pieces of shit in the Chicago GOP will be like, what the fuck? Like, no, don't talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll create a gaslight because I have.
Up to you. How much is it again?
$100.
What?
$100.
It's going directly into being
I know, but you're gonna have a dinner. I'm gonna eat the dinner. That's gonna be like $40. You know, if I stuff
That's a good point. And they might lose money, but you also could. At least buy it through someone we know, like Cornell.
You don't buy the ticket from somebody. You just buy it direct from their stupid website.
No, they have shills selling tickets. So make sure they get a commission. I'll tell Cornell that you're interested.
I mean, the other thing is I could just stand outside and wait for her to walk in and be like, and just get a quick photo or say hello to her and say, don't trust any of these fucking snakes in here. They're all a bunch of fucking fake.
Can we have a protest and then you have your Citadel ring? We could bring an American flag. And we can either get Republicans or we can get Democrats. I can just tell indivisible about it.
See, I say we go and we protest outside. To tell you the truth,
that's what I'm saying. I don't feel right financially supporting that organization.
It's a waste of. I'd rather go have a nice dinner on that money myself personally. So I say we bring an American flag, my veteran flag, and we bring the veterans in the American Legion are so old that like maybe I could ask the president to come, but we could hold I'm telling you.
We hold a press conference.
I guarantee it, exactly.
Let's hold a press conference and we'll invite, because I already know some people that are anti, and we'll see who has the stones.
Well, so wait, I'm gonna do some like signs, you know, with a stick and like real artwork, and like we will roast people on the signs. So we have to determine what we want to put on the signs.
So what's the I'm so down. And we can literally just make it a press conference, like one of those Pat Games things.
Exactly. I bet you, let's get him to go. Exactly. Dude, that honestly, that's why I think Pat is funny.
And we'll time it out because he's probably, first of all, like, we'll scope out the place. But like,
there will be. You know, there's going to be protesters there. There's going to be trans activists there. It's going to be wild.
When that's already happening.
They know these people already know she's coming, and it's on the northwest side, so it's probably going to be in Edison Park. They're going to fucking try to flood it, or at least there will be 20, 30 radicals that show up. I mean,
well, we could do Republicans against the Chicago. We could have a message that kind of makes it known that we're anti.
Let's just say
anti-Mace, because I like Mace.
I agree. Let's put up a sign and just say like the Chicago GOP is a scam. Soros is a fraud. These are fake MAGA Republicans, rhinos, things like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Because Mace, I don't want to be disrespectful towards. And I feel like she doesn't. How would she know? She probably doesn't know. She's probably just getting paid 10, 20K.
I love how Commissioner Morrison in that video is like, we need to stop fighting each other. We need to stop this harmony amongst each of us. This is ridiculous.
In this country, if you get the signatures and you get the votes, you're the only one that has a voice. Everyone else needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, all right, I'm down to protest it because, like, to go there and spend $100 and eat with them, I don't know, like, it's just so hard to say.
You might get drugged too. They're drugging the food now. I mean. Yeah, I've heard that's been done before. Like, you can drug someone in so many kinds of ways, apparently. And a lot of these people are pharmacists. That's a whole other rabbit hole I'm trying to dig on.
Man, my former employer, or the guy that I'm having a lawsuit with, at the Internal Revenue Service in the Treasury Department, he sends me all these packages, and I'm like, I don't want to open any of those. How do I know you didn't put shit in there, or am I legally required to open some fucking envelope that you sent me that has nothing to do with my tax return? It's like, how do I know you're not? Yeah, it's like I don't trust you. Like, I'm not going to open your package. I don't care what you're sending me. Give it to an attorney, and they'll have to have some hazmat crew open.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't support you going, but I support you. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do, I got your back, but.
I'm just morally against it, and that's why I tell everyone about all these events. I'm like, you can't be feeding the rhinos; they get bigger. You can raise the resources up.
Damn.
Like if it's an event, I'm going to a free one of the American for Prosperity. There'll be free food. I can raise the resources.
Well,
that's different.
Man, I have the original letters from the trial with what's his face, fucking Lavia or whatever the fuck his name is. Anyways, I just have stuff to create for the campaign, but
I'm excited for your campaign, and I do think Shane's a good. It's not. I would focus on you. Do you? But
I mean, I'm just gonna ignore him and go after LaHood, who's gonna have millions of dollars to spend on this campaign.
We'll make him earn it. Let's let the his consultants earn it.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is, the whole thing is just going to be able to pull people in and create a web, but
awareness. I think I really have faith that when voters and people just pay attention for 30 minutes to an hour of the Illinois Republican Party scam, they'll just be disgusted. It's just they're visually disgusting. It's like within 30 seconds, they're like, oh, what is this scam?
It's so funny because
who are these people? Like, LaHood did what? He said that when people are too stupid to take the vaccine. Thanks, Biden, for all the vaccines. Too bad my people are too stupid. All the rural people. He said that shit to the media. Or I think a press release. Even worse. I think he
well, see,
on his website.
Yeah, I need to create I need to get the profiles up and start recording that stuff and putting it out there.
So before he takes, it's like, what is? I mean, you think he can forever because of the Wayback Machine, but you really put out press releases being like, my son in the rural parts of my state are too still. Are just they don't believe science.
Let me see if I can screen recorder in here.
He praises Biden. I think that's in the title. Might be live.
Can you send me any links that you can find? Can you just maybe
I've
Google
sent you links before. I have so many.
Yeah, send me links and I'll create those videos right now.
What's called rural vaccine. That one I thought was crazy. And the hardest one to find is where he said he wanted to raise the gun age from 18 to 21. Was Hood concerned on his website? Was Hood concerned about low vaccination rates in rural areas? This wasn't a CNN gotcha. It's on his website, so please record it so it doesn't. So I'd love to confirm that you have it because the link has a different title for me than you.
Well, Hood ejects the cost taxes associated with infrastructure package.
And that's not it. That's weird.
Broadband is a certain event has to be upgraded on the hospital side.
That's really weird. Whoa, look at this.
Did he delete
Look what I see. They're trying to retcon this from the internet.
Yeah.
No, you look up. Can you look that up on Google? That's weird, dude.
Hood concerned about low vaccination.
Just you can copy and paste that.
You don't have the link, huh?
No, I'm saying the link on the website is changed. It's redirected. That's fucked up, dude.
Damn, they deleted it.
No, it's not deleted. I'm looking at it right now. It's just the permalink is something else because he's trying to hide it.
No, I see it. I got the link.
Do you have it? He's going to take it down, so that's a good one. I think some of it is not listening to the science, maybe buying into some of the conspiracy theories. There's a distrust of government sometimes, and I think you have to get over that hurdle. The Hood urged people to listen to healthcare professionals. He said they will tell you the vaccine works, and they support the science on it. The congressperson also said people have two choices. They either get the vaccine or they will get COVID-19. He said the pandemic won't be over until vaccination rates are higher. There are still pockets around the country where people haven't gotten vaccinated, and you're seeing outbreaks of COVID, he said. My people are a bunch of dumbasses. They're not taking the Fauci out, so screw you. Vote for me. I'm the only Republican.
Looking at all of his videos as well, LaHood, intelligence hearing, and worldwide threats. This guy's a fucking real bullshit artist.
Total bullshit artist.
He speaks during, this is a good one with his mask on. Well, he debates the 1.9.
He said he would put increased distribution on the top of my list.
See, this is why Clubhouse is kind of invaluable, because I can get people to essentially create content about him and read articles in their unique voices and say he's a bullshit artist. It's basically paid crisis actors on the internet. But that's the goodwill I've built up with like a dozen people on Clownhouse. It's kind of like having secretaries willing to do pretty much anything you ask them to do on a limited basis, for free. So it's going to be a fun propaganda campaign, and I'm going to go hard against this guy.
That's awesome.
He's going to be like, who is this guy fucking spamming me? It's going to drive him crazy. It drives everybody crazy. Even Elon Musk has essentially stopped doing X Spaces, except for his subscribers. You actually have to pay to go to his private X Spaces now, and all he does is post.
Oh, dude, you gotta read this one. What the fuck, dude? I'm so sorry. Check out this one. He wants to raise the gun age. What the fuck is wrong with him, man?
Wow.
He's running as a Republican.
And it's just so funny how you come out of nowhere, you obtain this power because you actually beat the other guy in communication. The other guy barely had a YouTube account, and Solwell just managed to get in, and he made history as being a chief bullshit artist and scammer. But it's just amazing how these campaigns work. It's it's all YouTube, but it's not just internet. It is this local shit of this cult, which is the most ridiculous thing, because it's a small percentage of the population that has any interest in this whatsoever. It's so crazy. It's wild, but this is the whole system is based off of this political industrial complex and banking industrial complex, and there's no active civic participation in it at all. I mean, yes, people go and vote, but in terms of who they think they're voting, they don't even know who they're voting for. It's wild.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of content on him,
There is. I'm trying to find the Russia, though. He voted for the Russia investigation. Fuck this guy, man. Just as a citizen.
He's got his January 6th statement. What happened today was the most shameful things I've seen. It is a terrible day for our country and democracy. The actions taken by rioters go against everything that we stand for as Americans. The rioting and violence must stop. We are a nation of law and order, and those who are responsible for the actions of the violent state must be held accountable with full success. As Americans, we're much better than this. And press release. The hood. So, what's he saying by that? Is he gonna recant those statements and claim that Nancy Pelosi was primarily responsible for staging the entire incident? Did he ever make a correction? No. And who's he already pre-blaming? Trump. So this guy's such a rhino. He's well organized though, so he's got priorities.
I think it was on his Wikipedia too.
This is an AI generated website on top of it. He's got all these priorities. It's just this federal spending is out of control. The national debt has doubled from 10.6 to 21 trillion. Okay, you're a little bit behind on updating your website, Mr. LaHood. Apparently your priorities didn't actually come through. You didn't deliver to your voters, because now we're approaching 40 trillion, but your website still only says 21 trillion. When will you update the debt figures on your website there in LaHood? Yeah, man, I gotta break down this guy's entire website into videos and just do all negative video reviews of him to essentially counter everything he has. And then basically it's all competitive reframing all the time, re-recording what he has. I mean, he has a YouTube channel. Have you seen his YouTube channel?
It's undeniable that Russia, look at this. You have to scroll down, there's a bunch of different figureheads. It's undeniable that Russia interfered with our democratic elections and continues to pose a threat to democracy, both at home and abroad. These findings have both been supported by both our intelligence community and the House Committee on Intelligent Russia. Wow. President Trump should respect the findings of our intelligent professionals and ensure that the threats against our values and ideals are met with strong criticism and consequences. This is going to you.
He's got a lot of. How many videos does he have up? He's got 317 videos. That's actually a lot. His number one video has 17,000 views. LaHood holds moment of silence on House full unincorporated Rebel Hood weighs in answering with Treasury Secretary Yellen. Representative LaHood addresses egregious FISA abuses. Select committee hearing an authoritarian alignment. Votes to prohibit tax dollars from funding abortions. Putin is a war criminal. He does a lot of these like chronic drug shortages, IRS surveillance proposal. Tax Reform 2.0, tax sharing and American funding priorities, FISA abuses. That was 3 years ago. Floor debate on China legislation.
He voted for the fund. He voted to fund your and was Darren LaHood House Intelligence Committee and authorized investigation. I've been on Wikipedia somewhere.
Celebrating general. This guy does all these celebrations on the House floor. Route 66 National Historic Trail Designation Act hearing, Bridge for Workers Act, opposing Democrats' radical tax and spending plan. That was 3 years ago. Questions U.S. trade road. I mean, I don't hate this guy, but
He's just not.
Ways and Means Roundtable on the Evans Irish Bank Surveillance Plan. Denounces this.
He's a middle of the road Republican. He's not terrible. It's just he's just so like. It's the whole thing is that the bills don't matter. He's really good at appearing good. He's like another Joe Biden. And I think you can even look it up. His dad took foreign money, and that same foreign person I think donated to him. And he just seems shady on that level. And he's on the CCP committee, and I really think he's like there to kind of stall things. And like for example, the TikTok ban just got everyone to sign up for that the Little Red Book app. Like that like he was a big part of that, and that seemed like a whole Trojan horse, I think. And a bunch of other stuff. Like wouldn't it be great for the CCP to have someone on there?
Damn. So he makes the 9 years ago. Damn, he's been in office for a long time.
Yeah. And he was a state's wasn't he a Cook County state's attorney?
I don't know.
Those are just known as great people. Like he was in it, not on it. Like he wasn't the state's attorney, he was in the office.
Damn.
Well, enjoy your research, sir, and congratulations. It is an info war.
It
I'm
is.
glad to do battle with you, sir.
Damn, dude. This guy, I mean,
Thank you, Congressman
he's
Kitover.
10 years ahead of us. All right, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, Chris, it's like this guy is a legitimate, congressman, but legitimate in terms of where we're at now. Nobody's legitimate. Everybody's responsible for taking us to the now. $40 trillion. These Elon Musk clips about the revolution is incredible meme. And so did I text you the video of me in the Pepe hat? There's pictures of fucking guy. This is, if I were to show you the text messages of somebody, they are so negative, they're just out of control. But because I don't have notifications on my phone. It's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, I don't care about your complaints. I don't care about what you're saying. It's just not interesting, and it's negative. So it's like you can keep sending me all the negative stuff you want, but you're just exhausting yourself. Like you're not exhausting me. Like my phone doesn't notify me when you text me 30 things. It's like I don't care. Text away. That is what I really dislike when people complain. They're like, "Stop texting me," and it's like, okay, but just block me then. I mean, people do. Eventually, people do. And it's not like I'm trying to annoy them. I'm just trying to essentially share joy with them.